What's up guys, Scorch here, and today for you guys I got another brand new, I guess it'd be a tech video, I don't know. So, I got some different clips. These are, what, like 20 seconds long, or something like that. So, beginning and end need to be trimmed, and then I gotta put some transitions and stuff in. So, I got the first one all set up. So, title. And it actually fades. Fade in, fade out for I think a second. Half a second. And then, yeah, so this is like an overview of all the different stuff that's going to happen. And then we have the scene, the clips that start at the exact same time, and then we actually have a timer going up until the end. And then the times are the exact same, so no change. And this has a text overlay over top of these. And these are picture screenshots of this last keyframe. But if we zoom in and go to, so without these here, when you hit the over arrow and go to this one, the times don't show up, it's just black. So if we close that one and both of these out, previous keyframe is 18316. Next keyframe is blank, even though over here I have it set to show the last frame at the end of the video. Not sure why that doesn't work. Could be because I haven't updated this program in forever. So I'll show you guys how to get around that, so to speak. Just hit the 100 over here to resize everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the end of this, so put the cursor roughly where it has to go, zoom in, go to the last one. We're actually going to unhide all of those, and then I like to just go back to the resize thing. And then the next step is the spoiler comparison, so we're just going to take this, drag that into there. Now that is going to put it to the entire length, but this will snap to wherever your cursor is. So we'll put it there. I want this to be 3 seconds long. And maybe do a fade in, so we'll double click on this, video effects, transparency, fade in from scene beginning. So when you're inside of one of these nodes, it sets the timeline to that node. So like this is an image that runs, this is an image that runs for 3 seconds. So let's say there's a 3-second timeline here. And we'll put a half-second duration. That'll automatically put it in the beginning. So then when we go back here and we hit play, it fades in for a half a second and then plays and stays up for another 2.5 seconds. So then, and there might be an option to jump to the end of here with your timeline cursor, but I'm not sure where that is. But I'm just going to move that down there. Alright, so now we got to import our videos. So actually this will be spoiler on the left hand side, no spoiler on the other side. And then we'll just go edit, undo, and that may or may not, no, okay. I was kind of hoping it would reset the, alright, cool, that's exactly where it needs to be. Alright, so then we find our spoiler, wherever that is. Spoiler versus no spoiler. This one is spoiler and this is no spoiler, so we're going to drag spoiler in. And we're also going to drag no spoiler in. And you see the time that the videos are different length, but alright, so first things first is we gotta resize this. So we're gonna click on this, and you can either go right and then cutting and splitting, or no, crop tools and then custom region, or you can just hit crop tools and it'll automatically do the custom. And since we're putting 2 of these on here, if we open up our calculator here, so it's 1920 wide by 1080 high. We're not changing the height at all, but we need 1920 to be half and centered. So 1920 divided by 2, so it's 960. So the whole width needs to be 960. So, and actually I want to test this out, so we may possibly be able to just drag this to kind of sort of half the screen. Zoom in. And set it to 960. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to just zoom in a little more. And then, okay, so no. Alright, so we can't do that. So, crop tools, custom region. And I'm going to actually make this really big because, oh, okay, so maybe you can't do that. No, 960. 960. And then make sure you hit the drop down arrow, and then center alignment, and then this would be the horizontal alignment. And there you go, perfectly right in the center. So it'll be 480, which is half of 960 taken off on one side, and then I think 1920 minus 480 is 1440 taken off the other side. So if this wasn't cut out, this would be 1440. So it's 1440 to this side, and it's 480 to this side. But then you just hit OK. And then if we hide that, this is the no spoiler. So no spoiler goes on the right hand side. Then you just drag that over. Then we'll hide that and open this, and then do the same thing. Come on. Drop DPI down. Still not going to let me get in 60. Go away. Not 16,000. And then drop down, center alignment. Nope. Center alignment. Horizontal. Okay. This one goes on this side. There we go. Now I have our side by side. And this black stuff over here is just transparent now. So, from here, we don't need this anymore. Now we just have to figure out where each of these starts, and then spoiler and no spoiler, spoiler and no spoiler. So spoiler, needs to be on this side, correct. Okay, so now we're just going to zoom in. And find a specific frame. Alright, so this one starts off first, so now we can use our left right arrows. Okay. So I lied, this one starts off first. So I'll find the last frame that the taillights are on. That's this upper video. Right? And actually, I want to have 2 seconds before this. So our position is 39,516, so we want 37,516. So that'd be about there. Arrow keys over, select top one, go up here and hit split into parts. Then from this point you can just delete that and select that and that, hit this button, and it'll auto align them. So then we just keep going because this one hasn't started yet. So zoom back in. And we'll keep going. Until the one on the left starts. So that one right there. So now we select the bottom one, which is this one. And 41 and 50 milliseconds. So we need 39 and 50 milliseconds. Which should be right about there. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. 39 and 50 milliseconds. So again, just hit our split. Hit that, hit delete. Oh, it scrolls all the way back up at the top, and then you can select that, and that one, and then that button, and I'll go back over here. So now these start at the exact same time, right? And if we look at these ones, we have text explaining what it does for the full length plus an extra 2 minutes after. 2 seconds after, not bad. And we have a counter that starts 2 seconds after the video and then ends at the specific time so that it actually stops. If we shorten this, actually if we shorten this, it would be fine, because I took a screenshot of this, and that's what this is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over here. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna select this. We're gonna hit add object text. text. From cursor, or you could probably go from scene beginning. But we're going to go from cursor. And then duration is 24:5:16, which is the full length of the video. So we're going to hit that. And then this is for the no spoiler, which I believe is, yeah, it's this one because visually no spoiler. And we're just going to drag this up here. And then the no spoiler is no bulletproof tires, no spoiler, max suspension, max. So non-bulletproof tires, no spoiler, max suspension, max armor, and non-stanced. Now that's hard to see, so we're going to click that, go up here to text color and hit black. And now that should be about the same as this other text. Right, non-bulletproof tires. And actually, if we want, we could probably, what's the other text? There we go. We can right click, edit text, copy, go up here to our new text, edit text, paste, and then just where spoiler is, go no spoiler. All black. There you go. So now you know it's exactly how you want it to be. And this will go for the full duration. So let me just do the same on the other side. Add object text. Cursor position, because our cursor is still at the same position. And we're just going to paste. And that's all good because with a spoiler. And then I'm just going to move this over to the right a little. So it's down one notch on top and side. And then from this point, we go add object, counter, from manual position, 2 seconds, right? Because we want to start it from 2 seconds when the cars start driving. And then sure, the duration will just be the whole thing. And then we drag that, and there's our counter. And then I'm just going to center that a little. Then go to the other video. And it moved the cursor 2 minutes, 2 seconds. So from cursor position is fine for this one. And again, text color is a little hard to see, so let's see, can we change this? Oh, that's why. We need text, we need a counter. Now we should be able to just hit black, and it changes it to black. So, now as these go, the counter will time up. So, now we can go back here. And now we have to finish out, or figure out where these cross the finish line. So, it should be somewhere over here-ish. And then we're just going to zoom in. A little far. right here is where this guy crosses the finish line. So that'd be our bottom one, but we're not going to cut this yet, because then this 18333 won't pop up anymore, because it cuts out one frame. It might possibly be on this side of it, but what we're going to do is we're going to hit Windows key, Shift, and S, and that's going to bring up our snippet. We're just going to select that, click on it here, and hit save, and it's going to save it as an annotation to wherever you have selected. So then I'm going to go center of the tire, looks like it's about on the line, so we'll call that good. Save as, and you can actually do this no spoiler. So then from here, this one is good to cut. And then if we go back a couple frames, this one is good to cut. And it's working with a lot of stuff, so it might be a little bit laggy. So now that's where that ends. So we can take this, and it's 2366. So actually, no, that'll be fine. So we'll cut that down. Then we'll go over here and bring the counter down, and we'll snap it to wherever this is. And then we'll do the same thing on the other one. So now we'll go back here. Since this top one is slightly longer, we're going to go to wherever the end position of this is. Even though it's only a couple seconds, so 55.7. We're going to reopen this, go back to our desktop, find our one annotation, and this will be spoiler. So we take spoiler, and wherever the ends are, no spoiler, and we're going to move them into the GTA comparison folder. And we're going to skip this file, and we're going to name this to armor_title. Spoiler_title. If I could figure out how to spell. And then text one, we're not going to name anything, text one, so that's fine. So now we take our spoiler, and we can now move that back in. I have a lot of stuff on my desktop. So now we have our no spoiler and our spoiler. I'm going to just add both of those in there. And no spoiler is going to get moved there, and our spoiler is going to get moved right to the end. We're just going to shrink this down. zoom in. And this one, actually, what did I set the other ones to? Set the other ones to 2 seconds. So these ones are going to be 2 seconds. And then I'm going to put my cursor over there, select this one, and snap this to the end. Because this one okay. Now I'll snap to the end. Because this one is going to be a little longer than 2 seconds. So 33 milliseconds. So a GTA vehicle, oops. Huh? Okay, it moved the wrong thing. Hey, okay. Now I understand. When I went to move this, I still had both of them selected. So, a vehicle with a spoiler is 33 milliseconds faster than a vehicle without a spoiler. So, now that those are there, so now it's like that. So we have to crop these. Uh-oh, what did it do? Alright. Custom region, there we go. We're going to take this right to the edge. And right up to that edge. Hit OK. And no spoiler was on this side. So we're just going to kind of line it up with that. Then crop this side. Crop that side. Move that over. And then there you go. Now we have both. Double check they're actually on the same side. And they are. So, I mean, they're moved a little bit, but it's not bad. So now, it'll freeze. And actually, I'm going to make this a little bit longer. I'm going to make this be like 4 seconds. So set that one to 4. That one to 4. This one to 4. Then I can take that one and move that there. Then just make sure these are somewhat past it. Otherwise it might jump weird. We're going to take this one and we're going to make this be 4 seconds. And this one, I'll make 4 seconds with that little difference. So, now that's good. So now we need to add text. So we're going to put our cursor there. Go to the end of that scene. Go up here, back into the editor to add object, text, duration 4 seconds, from cursor position. And then we're going to go we're going to go roughly no change. And then we're going to go fit to size. And actually put that in there. Fit to size, and I wonder if we can It's not really any good spot to cut it. Look for a line up and down to split the text somewheres. It doesn't really give me anything though. Oh, that's supposed to be a space there, not that it's gonna help, but we'll split it right here. So anything over here is going to be black text. Looks kind of weird, but what can you get? I decided to do this day and night. So we go to the beginning. So this will end with this one. Start with that. Kind of lags for a minute. That's just due to the GPU. It'll be fine in the final render. Roughly no change. That gives us enough time to actually look at it. I don't know why they swapped places at the end there, but yeah. And then I think this has a fade. Yeah, fade in for half a second. You can change the duration over here. Fade out would just be video objects, transparency, and then fade out, and then that'll automatically go to scene end. Pick your duration, that'll set a set duration back from the end. But yay, 2 down, only 4 more to go. And it took a half an hour. But it does look kind of cool. This will be the most edited video that I have. But alright, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.